Hey folks, oh, I sure was longing for this day to come. We're in the 50s. It's May 3rd, 2022. What an April that was. Oofda. I thought I'd be in the gardens turning leaves over in mid-April. Many years I am, but not this year. So I'm up here on the top garden, and as you can see, we still have some glaciers from the snow that came off the pole barn. But I thought I'd check out these beds to turn the leaves over. Now that's the crucial step for us for growing our crops in a living soil using chopped leaves as our food. Is I turn the leaves into the soil one time, generally in April. This year it'll be in May. But these are leaves that were put on last fall to cap off the raised beds and kind of put our beds to bed for the winter. And I will turn them over with the digging fork just this one time as the worms start getting active, and it puts all of these chopped leaves in contact with the soil, in contact with the earthworms, and it just kickstarts the whole summer season of feeding these earthworms, which then feed our plants. So some people say don't turn them in, just let them sit there on top. Well, we could do that. It would be nowhere near as productive though. So for us, turning the leaves in one time and get those worms really going, get those leaves right in their faces so they start munching away on them. And in about 2 weeks, if the weather's decent, they will have consumed a good portion of these leaves that I put on last fall. And then we will plant the beds, and then they will not be uncovered the entire season. They will have a layer of chopped leaves on them at all times, and we will not turn the soil in anymore. So this one time is crucial. But I can't do it up here yet. It's still frozen. Let's head down to the lower garden and see if we have better luck down there. Yeah, this is more like it. So this, I just turned this one over here, and there are quite a few earthworms in there. But what we do is we're going to just pick up a scoopful and then basically just turn it and plop it back down. So most of the leaves then that were on the top are going to be underneath some soil. And you know, we're certainly not going to turn all of these leaves. A good 2 to 3 inch layer of chopped leaves that we put on them last fall. Now, should be looking for some worms here. Okay, so you get the idea. This is what we do. We'll just go around. It only takes 10 minutes to turn over a bed, and it's really kind of fun. So as I turn them over then, the big clods of soil, I will bust them up with the tines of the digging fork. I must find a worm. Okay, we're not leaving until I find a worm. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Okay. There they are, May 3rd. Some of these beds are still frozen, and we already have active earthworms. We'll come back in a couple weeks and you will be amazed at what's happening here. There's another one. Nice. Nice, big, plump, happy earthworms. Just had quite a winter. But here they are, showing up for work already. Okay. Well, I'll give you a little tour here before we go. So I just flipped the bed caps up, and here's the one I just turned. Got a couple over here that need to be turned over yet. And then all of these. This one here, now that's one of my first beds I made. That's the one I describe in the book when I used just untreated off the rack 2x4s. And this one completely rotted. So I bought some cedar, and I'm going to be making a new frame for that. Oof. Yeah, it's hard to believe 52 degrees seems, I hate to say it, a little bit warm. Not used to this. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to keep this short, and I just wanted to show how we kick off the gardening season, how we turn that layer of chopped leaves that I put on last fall into the soil, get those worms active, get them feeding, get them really excited about the upcoming season. It's all in the book. Worms in our beds. Raised bed gardening and living soil. This is what I worked on during the winter. One of the books I worked on. And in it I describe how we do it, why we do it, really important, and how we build our raised beds using the corrugated metal and now cedar caps, how I build the bed caps. We wouldn't be growing crops out here with our deer and rabbits and everything else without them, or electric fence or big 8-foot fence or whatever people have to resort to. And also how I built those arbors. So it's only a 3-hour read, and it's packed with information that I think and I hope that you find useful as we grow together.